Double bubble game on CBS. Indiana and Ohio State coming down to the wire. Hoosiers up by 2. Make it 5. How about that? Trey Galloway with the tray right there on senior night. The Indiana native leading the way with 16 points for the Hoosiers. 66-60 the final as Indiana earns its 19th win of the season. They only made 19 field goals in this game. And consider this, D1 teams were 119 and 817 this season when they made fewer than 20 shots. That's good for a 127 win percentage. It's good for this one. 66-60, Indiana with a huge win on Saturday at home. This Big Ten on CBS postgame report is presented by Freshpet. It's not dog food, it's food. How about Indiana surging in the second half, Matt, as you see Trey Galloway hitting a huge bucket on senior night in a game where they had to have, considering the seeding in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, this was big. Galloway came up huge to come back from down double digits in the second half. Massive situation for Indiana here. Hoosiers clearly now in the bracket heading into the Big Ten tournament. This also ensures that Indiana will be in the 8-9 game of the Big Ten tournament, and so that can be a little bit precarious because if you were to lose that one, it would really go into Selection Sunday sweating. So we'll wait and see on that. A very critical win for the Hoosiers, who in the process of getting this victory, double bubble special, Ohio State, which is now going to be lower and a double-digit seed in the Big Ten tournament. Now Ohio State is behind the 8 ball. It's out of the field. It will need to win at least one game, if not multiple games in the Big Ten tournament in order to validate its inclusion as an at-large on Selection Sunday.
5th straight win against Ohio State as the Hoosiers outscore the Buckeyes 15-4 over the final 5 minutes in Bloomington. And let's get right to the site here on CBS Sports HQ as our coverage continues. And for more, let's welcome in former Duke standout and CBS Sports college basketball analyst Jim Spanarkel. Jim, good to be with you. What did you see from Indiana down the stretch there as they're able to surge in the second half and get this win?
I saw a team that was really tightly knit in terms of what they were trying to accomplish on the floor. Mike Woodson with an emotional time here on his hands last home game. You know, and the fans, the players surrounding him as much as possible and trying to get a win. But I just thought it was a terrific team effort. Galloway was tremendous when they needed him with 2 long shots, especially at the end right there from the three-point line. I just thought overall, coming into this game, if you've never been in this building, there's a lift, there's an emotion, there's enthusiasm to it. And tight games, I have to believe that it helps this team, Indiana, perform, and I think it did just that in the last 5 minutes of this game.
Yeah, defensively, they shut it down. Ohio State with no field goals over the final 6 minutes of the game. Look, Jim, you played high major college basketball. You're a former standout at Duke. You played in the NBA. You spoke with Mike Woodson. You know the situation there. Do you see this galvanizing this team? A team that was basically among the teams that were first 4 out when you talk about coming into March, and now they are solidifying a spot in this tournament.
Yeah, it could be. You know, if you asked that question and said they're going to play their next 3 games on this floor, I'd say, you know what, that could very well happen. But, you know, they leave this place to go to the tournament. I think there will be an uplift. These players behind him after the game really came over to support him. So there's a lot of support, and I think maybe, just maybe, they're thinking, well, why not we just run this up the flagpole and see if we can make a storyline out of it.
That's absolutely become a storyline as Indiana surges in the second half to beat Ohio State on CBS. Jim Spanarkel here with us on CBS Sports HQ. Jim, thank you. Look forward to seeing you throughout the tournament. And for all things college basketball, join Matt Norlander, Gary Parrish on the Eye on College Basketball podcast. You can also watch on YouTube as well. Scan the QR code on your screen right now for much more from Matt and Gary. We'll have Matt all day long here in studio breaking down all the big games as we continue our march towards the Final Four.